Welcome back to the studio. Today, we are going to embark on a scientific journey. What's going on, everybody? This is Peter, you're in the studio, and we are going to do something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. You see, every trading card game kind of has its own feel, its own way of interacting with its own community. So I'll give you an example. Pokemon collectors are very picky about their boxes. They want the seal and no dents, and they want it to be like absolutely beautiful, pristine, as if this is going to sit on a shelf for 100 years and then be worth $1 billion. Magic players don't typically care too much. They just want the product. They're more interested in making sure it's not tampered because they have to deal with so many forgeries and fakes. So what they're looking for is not lack of damage, but consistent damage with wrapping and stuff like that. And then you've got flesh and blood players. The amount of times I've been to an event, or we've been to an event, and we go to open up a sealed case, and the sealed case has a dent on the side or something like that, and they say, "Oh, I want that box." And you're like, the box that's on top left, the one where the dent is, they're like, yeah. I want the dented box because all the good stuff is always in the dented box. So we're going to do a scientific experiment today and find out if this logic that flesh and blood players have is true. So we have possibly the best set that's ever been produced, Tales of Aria. And these are first edition boxes. They are completely sealed. They are fresh. There's no damage. There's no dents. And what we're going to do is we are going to take this box and we're just gonna leave it there, and it's going to stay exactly as it is, intact, fully perfect, ready to be shipped, ready to be opened. It's in great condition. There's no issue with this box. We are going to purposefully weather this box. We're going to give it some love and care and attention, and we're going to change its appearance a bit. So we're going to send this box through the ringer, and we're going to see afterwards what we pull out of this box versus what we pull out of this box. Obviously, we chose this set because of the Duskblade. So I think our litmus test is going to be the quantity of Duskblades, and maybe if it has a cold foil or not. But we'll let Dando handle the back end of that. We're going to go explore with this box. So let's go for a trip.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is my story.
Are you afraid of heights? Why is he the one up there?
My feet are tingling.
Let's see how's it going. Look at it. The wrapping is intact. Pretty good. I think I'll be fine.
So it's finally time. As you guys have seen in our previous footage, these boxes, one you can tell is clearly in, I would say, near mint condition. And the other one I would say is like roughly lightly played. But if you see from our other footage, we've kind of been putting this box through the ringer because we want to see what are these cards after getting kind of thrown around, as you can see, gently tossed, to see how they end up being out of the packs, to get a good idea of condition, so that you at home, when you know when your packages are being shipped, when your boxes are being shipped, and they're getting rattled and thrown around by USPS. Is that going to affect the condition of your cards? How well are these things packed? So why not just get into it and let's see. I have our normal box here that I will open first, and then we have our gently used box here that I'll open second. And then we're going to send off the Majestics and Up to probably get graded. Hopefully we pull a Duskblade from both, and then that'll be our general litmus test to see which Duskblade comes back with a higher grading. All right, what I expect to see here is maybe a few dented corners, maybe a few nicks here and there, but otherwise should be pretty clean, I would say. So let's just start with our normal box here first. So Tales of Aria, a set that currently not really much going on, not a ton of value in this. We do have first edition, so at the very least maybe we could pull some cold foils, but nothing that we're really looking for. I mean, most of these heroes are gone from the game now. We're going to have Aurora 2.0 that comes out next year. We still have obviously the Earth cards that are somewhat good, the Ice cards for Jarl, but generally speaking, not too much exciting going on with Tales of Aria these days. So let's just get it going. Let's just rip through this pretty quick. I'm going to go pretty fast. I got to remember, what the heck is the system back in these days? Okay, the rares are there. Foil's there. All right, cool. All right, we're off now. Dude, Japanese packs, never mind. I thought I was going to go much quicker than that. More rares. Nothing crazy. Man, this really takes me back. Tales of Aria was the first set that I purchased and opened up. It was also the last case that I've ever purchased in my life. It was the first and the last one. Dang, these things are hard to open. I know it has the perforated edge, but it doesn't really seem to be doing anything. But yeah, this was back in the day when Flesh and Blood was super expensive. I mean, I guess we're kind of back in there anyway now with things being pretty pricey. Dude, what is going on? All right, I'm just going to have to go. If you don't know, Japanese packs usually have perforations. Was this before they had perforations? It feels like they're there, but maybe I'm just weak, man. All right, no Majestics. Anyway, in that box, I pulled a Cold Foil Rampart and a Cold Foil Corsham, and I sold both of them for $800 at the time, which paid for the cost of my case, and I was like, I'm never doing this ever again. And since that day on, I have not purchased a case, and I only buy singles. But there we go, Channel Lake Frigid. Obviously prices for those cold foils have dramatically dropped, so I'd say that I was pretty good with my sale, and I'm very happy with the amount of money that I made from that. Very safe investment. But I think now the cases and the things that you can pull out of boxes has a really good EV. I mean, like opening Flesh and Blood boxes now is just so high value. If I wasn't something that I had to do for my job regularly, I might be more interested in opening product, but after opening hundreds and hundreds of boxes, every single set release, it kind of kills the joy of opening, I would say. And so it just becomes a job. That's just most things, I guess, in life. When it's your literal job, stay in school, kids. Anyway, Tales of Aria. Like I said, we pulled some ice cards here, which is really good. Yeah, even though I'm not really paying attention, we've actually pulled some pretty good cards. We pulled a Rainbow Foil Tome of Harvest and a Blizzard and a Channel Lake Frigid. That's like, honestly, some of the best cards you can pull in this set, which is hilarious. Let's hope that this keeps going with our luck. Maybe we'll pull a Cold Foil. Exposed. We've pulled all playables. Dang it, I keep putting them in the wrong pile. You know what? I'm just gonna do it all in one pile. This video is not about the common and rares. It's about the Majestics. So, what's new with you guys, you know? I guess while we're here, we might as well just kind of talk about life and where we are and, you know, get to the real deep questions of what does this all mean to us, you know? We have all these cards. Some of them are shiny, some of them aren't. Some of them are playable, some of them aren't. But it's the things that we love. You know, I've been thinking a lot about life and my future and my past and thinking about what got me into these trading card games to begin with. You know, why am I even here? And it's crazy the little decisions that we make from when I was 15, 20 years ago, you know, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And collecting Pokemon, and now here we are with Flesh and Blood, throwing boxes through a warehouse to try to see how it will grade cards and what the condition will be. Life is weird, man. You never know where you'll end up. Man, this is a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. These plastic packs are hard to open. Man, this box opening is so weird. We've got the Lexi spec, the Briar spec, Ice and Earth cards. It's honestly not bad. And our cold foil is Mark of Lightning. As I just say, not that bad. I would not say that this card is that good. Honestly, this is kind of just like the eating your vegetables so that you can get to dessert. All I really care about is this best up box. I really just want to see what's inside of there. I'm really thinking there'll be a Duskblade. We also want to like hedge our bets of, you know, people say that damaged boxes or product that's has some dings to it usually has better pulls. So we wanted to see if we could, you know, create that process where if we chose a box and damaged it, that henceforth our pulls would be a lot better. So we're going to test that theory and see. I think the probability is pretty high. I just have a really good feeling. Like, I'm just getting really good vibes from this box. Tarot Sunder, pretty good pull. Man, all in all, granted, like value-wise, maybe it's not super high, but in terms of playables and good cards, we got some really good pulls. Like Channel, Blizzard, Tarot Sunder, all really good cards. And now with like Guardians coming up with the new set that's coming out in the fall, the Guardian Master Pack, and with new finally gone, Guardians are free to roam the earth yet again. And then Fulminate. Cool. Pretty good box. Like, can't really complain. I didn't pull my legendary, unfortunately, but all in all, not bad. All right, now what people actually care about. Let's get to the fun box here. It just opens very easily, you know? Nice. Excellent. All right, let's move this off to the side. Let's put these over here. How many of you guys watching this video, I'm very curious, how many people watching this channel or watching this video right now actually played the game when Tales of Aria was around? Because it's when I began playing the game was during Monarch era. And so Tales was one of the first sets, but now there's so many new players, so many new people that started much further on. I'm very curious to know how many people watching this video started or played during Tales of Aria, or even like, did you start the game when Oldham and Briar and Lexi were in the game? Or did you start after the fact? Because time goes so fast. I mean, Tales of Aria came out, let's talk about reminiscing, like 2021, I think? Like almost 4 years ago now? Jeez. Can't believe I've been playing this game for that long. Oh my gosh. Do you guys see these hits? We've opened a Majestic in every single pack. Oh my gosh. Let's keep it going. What if it... Oh my gosh, what the heck? No way. There's no cuts. You guys know we didn't change anything here. Granted, the seal on this pack was, or on this booster box has been ripped, but we have the footage showing that. Okay, never mind. The packs just got moved in a really, you know, advantageous way for the opening, I would say. So far though, these cards look pretty good. Like, I'm not seeing anything that looks that bad. Like, condition-wise, they look pretty darn good. Even like the corners. Like, I thought the corners were going to be really messed up, but there's really not anything wrong with it. All things considered, I mean, you saw what we did to this thing. Like, packs look fine. Oh man, we had a really good hot streak at the beginning, and now we're kind of running out of power. Okay, perfect. Rainbow foil. Did we pull? I think we pulled a rainbow foil in the other one too. We did. Perfect. Perfect. So we have two exact cards that we can copy with the grading to really get a good idea of which one is better. That's awesome. For the sake of consistency, that's a win. And we got Blink. Okay, this one, this corner looks a little dinged up. This bottom corner looks, but it's not bad. It's not bad. This is still TCG player card condition guideline near mint, I would say. Not bad at all. I'll take that. Considering what that thing went through, I think that's a win. Let's see what else. In addition to Tales of Aria and people coming back to it, it's crazy how next year we're going to return to like Monarch. They're going to finish the Monarch storyline. And we already had Tales 2.0 with Rosetta that came out. And like almost all those here, well, not almost all of them, I shouldn't exaggerate, but the Rune Blades, Florian and Aurora are basically gone already. Like Aurora is gone, Florian is really high up there. Acilio and Verdant still got some time, but Verdant's literally just won US Nats. So, it's, you know, Aria is just OP. Aria is just such a strong set. You know, all the talents, the earth element, the lightning, all the elements. And you have Jarl, who's kind of struggling now in the background, but like, that's purposeful. Like, Ice when Icelander around was so strong. So they're probably holding back, like they said. They don't want to make Ice super, super strong again like it used to be. And but I'm sure they got something cooking in the back burner. I'm not going to be surprised when new Icelander comes out. It's going to be a whole different game. And we might be moving to a meta now where maybe, I mean, Verdance is kind of like Icelander 2.0. Granted, it's not an ice hero, but she plays very similarly with her game plan. Kind of like more battle magey, mid-range, whatever. But I'm very curious for next year if they're going to do a new Icelander, if they're going to do a new Dromai, you know, all that stuff. And if Tails, like, I really don't know what this set needs in order for it to get some more EV again. Like, the pulse of all the pulse cards, other than the Eisenloft, right? They're super cheap. This set was just printed so much compared to the new sets that we have with like Hunted. Ooh, Cold Full of Ragamuffins. That's not bad either. It's a pretty good card. And it looks really good. Like, yeah, I mean, nothing really wrong with it. You guys, look at this. These cards can take a beating, man. They're designed for to be rode hard in their travels. These, you can whip them around, throw them around, and all these cards will be pretty well off, I would say. I think the grading for this is going to be pretty good, actually. Let's see if we can pull one more Majestic. I'd like to pull, or a Legendary. Man, I was really hoping we'd pull a Legendary at either one of these, but I'm starting to grow doubtful now. Or a Caution. We got 3 packs left. There's still some hope. Hope is dying. Hope is dwindling very fast. Come on, baby. Give me my Legendary. Oh no. 1 pack. I'm growing quite doubtful. I'm calling it. We're getting a Creepers. There's gonna be a Creepers. There was not a Creepers. Oh well, no Legendary, but the best part is pulling the double rainbow foils so we have a direct comparison. So I gotta make sure I don't get these mixed up. I'm gonna make sure I mark them. But just for comparison, top is the apparent mint condition box. Bottom is the lightly played box. And it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like the near mint box beat us by 1 rainbow foil Majestic. Unfortunate, man. So our first theory is not proving to be correct, where that the beaten up box typically has better pulls. It's looking like that is a false statement. This top box was actually pretty hot with the Blizzard channeling Fridge and everything. But that's not the full experiment. We still got 1 more ways to go. So we're gonna get these cards shipped off, get some of them graded, and we'll get them back and we'll take it to the professionals to see if they could tell which box was damaged and if these cards were actually damaged in any significant way where it's going to show up in a grading system. So we'll see you back soon. Hopefully we get that in, I don't know, I mean, by the time you see this video, we'll have everything out. So we'll see you by then. Peace out, guys.